In my last movie review, plugs, I discussed briefly on the Chosen One trope. A trope is when stories, due to lack of innovation, take cues from other stories. For instance, you've probably heard a story involving a chosen one. There was probably a prophecy in there, fulfilling your destiny, all of that blockbuster stuff, and even though a story doesn't use the words chosen one or prophecy, the idea is the main character is pulled from a probable normal life and is deemed the next big deal and has to save insert place or person and happy ever after until the credits stop rolling. I think the best way of breaking down the trope is by giving what I consider its best example. A chosen one amongst chosen ones, you might say. I am of course talking about the legendary story of the Lego Movie. The Lego Movie completely deconstructs the Chosen One trope and even uses it to play on the other themes of its story. And yet no nominees, Oscars, really? But in order to clarify why the Lego Movie did the trope well, I have to explain the problem with the trope in the first place. The Chosen One, on top of being overused, is usually a family or kids audience-oriented tale, a tale where the main character, who many are probably going to put themselves in their shoes, is deemed special and matters more than your average person. And they, who you might pretend is you, is so special and interesting, and those other several billion people on the planet are insignificant throwaway people and are just background noise ultimately. And despite what you've done, despite your success, or despite you have a trillion YouTube, Facebook friend follower things, Larry, in the middle of God knows where the fuck he lives, and his 5 Facebook friends, he matters just as much as you do. And in the Lego Movie, the character who is the most average doesn't become the chosen one as we are led to believe. Instead, the idea is everyone is special. Everyone matters just as much as the other, and ultimately, that's real life. A life where we symbolize people in segments like just a person who works here, or just a insert minority group here, or just another stranger on the street. But in the end, that stranger is human, and humans are more complex and interesting than any fictional chosen one ever will be. And they are just as important, just as interesting, and just as special as you, me, or any chosen one.